Hello and welcome. Today, we need to have a very important conversation about something that many of us fear, but few of us truly understand. A stroke.
Can something that feels so sudden, so devastating, actually be prevented?
I believe it can, and the key might be found in a simple daily habit we'll discuss today.
First, I want you to consider a few questions. Have you found yourself forgetting simple things more often, like a phone number you used to know by heart? Have you noticed your emotional ups and downs feeling more intense than they used to? Or maybe you've felt a moment of dizziness on the stairs, a brief wobble that you quickly dismissed as just being tired or getting older. We often brush these moments aside. But what if they aren't random? What if they are quiet whispers from our body, trying to tell us that something is wrong with the intricate network of blood vessels in our brain? This is a story that hits very close to home for me. My own father experienced these very things. We dismissed them, and in doing so, we missed a critical window of opportunity. The hard truth is, these subtle signs can be an early warning. In the United States, research from the American Heart Association shows that millions of older adults are walking around with what's known as a silent cerebral infarction, or a silent stroke. In fact, an MRI scan reveals that as many as 1 in 3 people over the age of 65 have these small areas of damage in their brain. Just because there are no dramatic symptoms doesn't mean everything is fine. It's evidence that the blood vessels in the brain are already struggling. And here is the truly alarming fact. A study published in the medical journal Neurology found that individuals with a history of these silent strokes are up to 4 times more likely to suffer a major, life-altering stroke down the line. This is why understanding the real warning signs is so critical. A major stroke doesn't always happen out of the blue. It is often preceded by what doctors call a TIA, or transient ischemic attack. Think of it as a temporary brain hiccup caused by a brief blockage. The symptoms are the same as a major stroke, but they usually disappear within a few minutes or hours. They are easy to ignore, but they are the most serious warning you will ever get. These signs include sudden numbness or weakness on one side of your body, in your face, arm, or leg. Sudden slurred speech, or difficulty speaking or understanding what others are saying. Sudden trouble seeing in one or both eyes, like blurred or double vision. Sudden dizziness, a loss of balance or a staggering walk. And a sudden, severe headache with no known cause. If you or a loved one ever experiences these signs, even for a moment, it is a medical emergency. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, warns that about 1/3 of people who have a TIA will go on to have a major stroke within a year. It is your body's final alarm bell. But please, do not feel hopeless. There is so much we can do. Our blood vessels have a remarkable, built-in ability to heal and even create new pathways around minor blockages, a process called collateral circulation. And we can support this natural healing power through what we eat every single day. In this video, we will explore 3 simple, powdered foods backed by modern research from institutions in the US, Japan, and Korea that can help you nourish your blood vessels, fight inflammation, and protect your brain health. We will cover 3 powerful, easy-to-use powdered foods, the science behind why they work so effectively, and simple, practical ways to make them a part of your daily routine, starting today. Meeting this information today could be a true turning point in your life. It was for me, and I believe it can be for you too. The modern medical system is incredible at treating emergencies. When a crisis hits, we have amazing tools and medicines to intervene. But our system is built around reaction, not prevention. We wait until the house is on fire to call the fire department. This became painfully clear to me, not as a doctor in a hospital, but as a son, watching my own family's crisis unfold. My father was my hero. He was a man who loved the outdoors, always active, and seemed the picture of health. Then one morning, he collapsed. By a stroke of luck, my mother was there, and we got him to the hospital within the golden hour. The doctors performed an emergency procedure, and miraculously, he recovered. We were so grateful, so relieved. We thought we had dodged a bullet, but we hadn't fixed the underlying problem. Despite being on medication for his high blood pressure and diabetes, his old habits crept back in. The sweet coffee in the morning, the processed noodles for lunch, the fried foods he loved. Changing a lifetime of habits is one of the hardest things a person can do. I tried to talk to him, to persuade him, but I didn't push hard enough, and I will live with that regret for the rest of my life. 6 months later, it happened again. This time, he was alone. He felt a weakness in his leg, but thought it would pass if he just rested. He waited 3 hours before getting help. By the time he reached the hospital, the golden hour was long gone. The damage was done. My strong, vibrant father, the man who taught me how to hike, was now confined to a wheelchair, his left side paralyzed. This happened just 1 month before my own wedding. That experience broke my heart, but it also changed my entire perspective as a doctor. I realized that giving a patient a pill without helping them change the habits that caused the problem in the first place is like patching a leaky roof with a piece of tape. It might hold for a little while, but eventually the storm will come, and the ceiling will collapse. I dove into the research, not just from the US, but from leading centers in Japan and Korea, places known for their focus on preventative health. And what I found confirmed a simple, profound truth. First, our blood vessels do not have to decline simply because we get older. And second, the single most powerful tool we have to protect, and even heal them, is the food we eat every day. In my own practice, I began applying these principles with my patients. The results were astounding. By focusing on simple, consistent dietary changes, I saw patients whose blood pressure, cholesterol, and blood sugar had been stuck for years finally begin to improve. This isn't about replacing medication. It's about healing the body from the inside out so that medication can work better, or in some cases, may eventually be needed less. But here's the key. For any change to work, it has to be easy. It has to be something you can do consistently without it feeling like a burden. And that is why I've become such a firm believer in the power of concentrated, nutrient-dense powdered foods. They are simple to use, easy to absorb, and a perfect way to deliver a potent dose of healing compounds to your body every single day. So, let's start with our first powerful powder. Treasure powder. But 1. Steamed ginger powder. Ginger has been a cornerstone of traditional Asian medicine for thousands of years, revered for its ability to improve circulation and reduce inflammation. Ancient medical texts in Korea and China noted that steamed ginger was particularly beneficial for blood flow. And now, modern science is showing us exactly why they were right. When raw ginger is steamed, a remarkable transformation happens. Its primary active compound, called gingerol, converts into a more potent substance called shogaol. In fact, research from Japan published in the Journal of Agricultural and Food Chemistry shows that the shogaol content can increase by up to 10 times in steamed ginger. Why does this matter? Because shogaol is a supercharged anti-inflammatory and antioxidant. It works directly on the delicate lining of our blood vessels, called the endothelium, soothing the chronic, low-grade inflammation that leads to plaque buildup and blockages. Think of it as a calming balm for the inside of your arteries. Furthermore, studies have suggested that the compounds in ginger can help inhibit the formation of blood clots, which are the direct cause of an ischemic stroke. The best part is that steaming and drying the ginger also mellows its spicy, pungent flavor, making it much easier to consume daily. And when it's in a powdered form, it's incredibly easy to store and use. You can, of course, make this at home. You simply clean and slice fresh ginger, steam it for about 20 minutes, and then dry it completely in a food dehydrator, a low-temperature oven, or in the sun until it's brittle. Then you can grind it into a fine powder. However, for consistency and convenience, high-quality pre-made steamed ginger powder is readily available online. Just be sure to look for a product made from 100% pure, preferably organic ginger. The recommended daily amount is small but mighty, about 1 to 2 grams per day, which is roughly 1/4 to 1/2 teaspoon. A little goes a long way. Please be mindful, as too much ginger can sometimes cause heartburn. It's best taken after a meal, not on an empty stomach. And a very important note, because ginger has a natural blood-thinning effect, if you are currently taking any blood-thinning medication like warfarin, Coumadin, please consult your doctor before adding this to your routine. We'll talk about the best ways to combine all 3 powders at the end, but steamed ginger powder is also a wonderful culinary spice. You can sprinkle it on fish or chicken to add a warm, complex flavor. The most important thing is consistency. 1 small spoonful a day, every day, can change the future of your blood vessels. Our next superfood may be less familiar to some, but it is one of the most powerful antioxidant fruits on the planet. It's called aronia, but it's sometimes known by a more regal name, the king's berry. Originally native to North America, it's now cultivated and celebrated worldwide, especially in parts of Europe and Korea, for its incredible health properties. The deep, almost black-purple color of the aronia berry is a clue to its power. That color comes from an extremely high concentration of anthocyanins, a type of antioxidant. To put it in perspective, aronia berries contain up to 4 or 5 times more anthocyanins than blueberries. How does this help prevent a stroke? Think of these anthocyanins as your blood vessel's personal cleanup crew and repair team. Throughout our lives, our bodies are under constant attack from oxidative stress, damage from environmental toxins, stress, and unhealthy foods. This stress creates unstable molecules called free radicals that injure the delicate inner lining of our blood vessels, causing inflammation. This inflammation is the fertile ground where plaque begins to grow. The anthocyanins in aronia are master scavengers. They neutralize these free radicals, protecting the vessel walls from damage. Studies, including research explored by nutritional experts at institutions like Johns Hopkins, have shown that a diet rich in these compounds can help reduce inflammation by calming the inflammatory response in the arteries, lower blood pressure by helping to relax and dilate the blood vessels, allowing blood to flow more freely, improve cholesterol profiles by helping to lower LDL, the bad cholesterol, and prevent it from oxidizing, which is a key step in plaque formation. So, why do I recommend aronia in a powdered form? It comes down to a very practical reason. Fresh aronia berries have an intensely astringent, mouth-puckering taste due to their high tannin content. For many, it's simply too harsh to eat regularly. However, when the berries are freeze-dried and powdered, that astringency mellows significantly, making them much more pleasant to consume. The freeze-drying process is a modern marvel that gently removes the water while locking in the precious, delicate nutrients. You can find high-quality organic freeze-dried aronia powder online or in health food stores. For your daily routine, about 1 tablespoon or 3 to 5 grams is a great target. While it's generally very safe, some people might experience mild digestive upset if they take too much at once. Also, because it can help lower blood pressure, if you already have very low blood pressure, you should start with a smaller amount and monitor how you feel. One of the easiest ways to enjoy it is to stir it into plain yogurt. The creaminess of the yogurt balances the slight tartness of the berry perfectly. We'll cover more ways to use it shortly. Treasure powder. 3. Turmeric powder. From the deep purple of aronia, we now turn to a vibrant golden spice that is arguably nature's most powerful anti-inflammatory, turmeric. The golden heart of curry, turmeric, and specifically its active compound, curcumin, has been a pillar of Ayurvedic and traditional medicine for centuries. If chronic inflammation is the silent fire that damages our blood vessels, then curcumin is the firefighter. Its primary role is to quell that inflammation at a cellular level, but its benefits for stroke prevention go even deeper. It's a natural blood thinner. Research, including studies out of the University of Michigan, has explored curcumin's anti-platelet activity. In simple terms, it helps make the blood less sticky, reducing the risk of the dangerous clots that cause ischemic strokes. It's neuroprotective. This is incredibly exciting. More recent research is showing that curcumin may help protect our brain cells. It has been found to boost levels of a crucial growth hormone in the brain called BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor. Higher levels of BDNF are associated with better cognitive function and a lower risk of degenerative brain diseases. But here is the single most important thing you need to know about turmeric. On its own, your body absorbs very little curcumin. It passes through your system before it can do its work. To unlock its full power, you need two secret ingredients. Black pepper. A compound in black pepper called piperine can boost the absorption of curcumin by an astounding 2,000%. Just a tiny pinch is all you need. A healthy fat. Curcumin is fat-soluble, which means it dissolves in fat. Consuming it with a healthy fat like olive oil, avocado oil, or coconut oil acts as a transport system, helping to shuttle it into your bloodstream. You can find high-quality organic turmeric powder in any grocery store. The recommended daily intake is about 1 teaspoon, around 5 grams. And again, a word of caution is essential. Like ginger, turmeric has blood-thinning properties, so if you are on blood-thinning medication, talk to your doctor. Also, if you have gallstones or are pregnant, you should be cautious with concentrated turmeric. One of the easiest ways to get your daily dose is to add a teaspoon of turmeric powder, a pinch of black pepper, and a drizzle of olive oil to your rice or quinoa while it cooks. It will turn your grains a beautiful golden color and infuse them with powerful protective benefits. So now we have our 3 champions: warming, circulation-boosting steamed ginger, antioxidant-rich, protective aronia, and the master anti-inflammatory, turmeric. Each is powerful on its own, but when used together, in a simple daily routine, they create a beautiful synergy. In our final section, I'll show you the easiest and most effective ways to combine these powders into a delicious, health-giving ritual you can start tomorrow morning. So, we have our 3 powerful powders: steamed ginger, aronia, and turmeric. We understand the science behind why they are so beneficial for our blood vessels and brain health, but the most powerful medicine in the world is useless if it just sits in the cabinet. The key to unlocking these benefits is creating a simple, enjoyable, daily ritual. Consistency is far more important than intensity. A small spoonful every single day is infinitely more powerful than a large amount once in a while. So, I want to share 3 incredibly easy methods to make these powders a seamless part of your life. Method number 1, the morning wellness elixir. Many of us already start our day with a warm cup of something, water with lemon, or perhaps an herbal tea. This is the perfect opportunity to supercharge that habit. How to do it? In a mug of warm, not boiling, water, simply stir in your powder of choice for the day. The perfect pairings. Steamed ginger and turmeric work beautifully together. You can combine a 1/4 teaspoon of each. Remember the golden rule for turmeric. Always add a tiny pinch of black pepper to activate it. You can even add a small drop of coconut oil or MCT oil to the warm water to help with absorption. The warm, spicy flavor is incredibly soothing and invigorating. For aronia. Because of its tart, fruity flavor, aronia powder is often best on its own, or with a squeeze of lemon juice. A touch of honey, if your blood sugar allows, can also balance the taste beautifully. My suggestion: try rotating them. Monday might be your ginger and turmeric day. Tuesday could be your aronia day. This keeps things interesting and provides your body with a wide range of protective compounds. Method number 2, the fortified breakfast bowl. This is perhaps my favorite method because it integrates these powders into a complete blood sugar balancing meal. It's perfect for stirring into yogurt or oatmeal. How to do it? Prepare your breakfast as you normally would and simply stir in your daily powder before eating. The perfect pairings. Aronia powder is a natural fit for a bowl of plain Greek yogurt or cottage cheese. Top it with a handful of fresh berries and some nuts or seeds, and you have a breakfast that is packed with protein, fiber, healthy fats, and a massive dose of antioxidants. For ginger and turmeric, these warmer spices are wonderful in a bowl of oatmeal. Prepare your steel-cut or rolled oats and stir in your 1/4 teaspoon of ginger, 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric, and that all-important pinch of black pepper. The spices add a lovely, complex flavor to the oats. This method ensures you're getting these powerful compounds alongside other essential nutrients, creating a synergistic effect that supports your health all morning long. Method number 3, the ultimate brain-protecting smoothie. For those who enjoy a morning smoothie, this is the most effective way to pack an incredible amount of nutrition into one glass. This isn't a sugary, fruit-heavy smoothie, it's a therapeutic, health-giving blend. The blueprint. Start with a base of leafy greens. A large handful of spinach is perfect. It's mild in flavor but rich in nutrients. Add a healthy fat. This is crucial for brain health and absorbing fat-soluble vitamins. Half an avocado or a tablespoon of chia or flax seeds works perfectly. Include a low-sugar fruit. A half cup of frozen berries, like blueberries or the aronia berries themselves, is ideal for flavor and more antioxidants. Choose a liquid, about a cup of unsweetened almond milk or water. Add your powder. Add your daily dose of either ginger, aronia, or turmeric, with its pinch of pepper. The benefit. This method not only delivers your treasure powder, but also provides an enormous dose of fiber, which feeds your healthy gut bacteria. A healthy gut is directly linked to lower inflammation throughout the body, including in the brain. It's a holistic approach to brain health in a single glass. Making it a habit, 3 simple tips. Link it to an existing routine. This is a technique called habit stacking. Place your jar of powder right next to your coffee maker or tea kettle. When you go to make your morning brew, you'll see the powder, and it will serve as your visual cue. Keep it visible. Out of sight, out of mind is very true. Don't hide these powders in the back of a cupboard. Keep them on the counter where you will see them every single day. Share the journey. Doing this with a spouse, a family member, or a friend is incredibly powerful. You can encourage each other and hold one another accountable. It turns a chore into a shared act of love and commitment to a healthier future. A final reflection. I began today by sharing the story of my father. I cannot go back and change what happened. But what I can do is use that painful experience to help others avoid the same fate. That is my mission now, both as a doctor and as a son. Vascular health is not something that is lost overnight. It happens slowly, quietly, one meal at a time. But the reverse is also true. Healing can begin slowly, quietly, one spoonful at a time. The power of prevention is real. It is in your hands. It is in the small, consistent choices you make every single day. You don't have to overhaul your entire life tomorrow. Just start with one thing. One spoonful. One new habit. This is the greatest gift you can give, not only to yourself, but to the people who love you and want you in their lives for many healthy, happy years to come. I would be honored to hear from you. Which of these 3 powders or methods are you most excited to try first? Please share your thoughts in the comments below. Your journey can be an inspiration to someone else reading this right now. If you found this video helpful and want to continue learning how to take control of your health with science-backed, trustworthy information, please consider subscribing. Thank you for being here. Here's to your health and to the health of those you love.